Good evening, everybody. This is the evening commentary from Market Truth. This is Wednesday, February 23rd. Let's go over and review what happened in the market today. We were calling for a 3 to 5% correction. We've been actually expecting this for a few weeks. I think everyone's been expecting it. We got some really nice sell-off, some very good washout action, and a lot of the high tech flyers and a lot of the stocks that have gone up the most in the last couple of weeks. That's the kind of action you want to see when you see stocks rolling over really hard with huge intraday ranges. That's usually not the beginning of something. That's usually the end of something. Um, but I would advise people not to try to come in and bottom pick the market. We have weekly sell signals this week, as I went over yesterday when we generated weekly sell signals in all four of the indices. That doesn't mean that we're going to trade lower the rest of the week. It's possible that we could go sideways or even recover some of the losses. But at the same time, I would the action that I would take this week would be to look for short setups or to basically stay on the sidelines till we get the new weekly levels next week, and we'll also get the new monthly levels on Tuesday, and then the market will reset with those monthly levels. But let's take a look at where we are with the spiders today. We had a really nice sell-off in the morning. Remember yesterday I talked about the fact that we had a really nice smooth down day yesterday, and today would probably be a little more challenging. And it didn't look that way at the beginning of the day. It looked like we were going to have another smooth sell-off after we rolled over. We look at the bottom right-hand corner here. This is the SPY. We kind of traded along the lows until the lunchtime hour, and then we rolled over. And then after lunch, we put in a low, and the market actually had a pretty decent rally. The indices don't necessarily show the rally as much as if you look at a lot of individual names, stock names. Some of them had some incredible rebounds, being down $8, $9, $10, and then closing and positive on the day. So that's the kind of action you like to see. But again, the market, can have that kind of action. It can trade sideways tomorrow, and then we could roll over again on Friday, especially with everything that's going on in the Middle East. So you definitely want to be cautious. On the lower left-hand panel here, this is a weekly. We traded through that weekly around 132.20, and we came in a full 20 handles on the S&P futures. But again, this is not something I'd be looking to bottom pick. If we take a look at the Qs really had some nasty action again in the individual stock names. There's just amazing sell-offs. This was a bad wick here, but you can see that in one point we were down, another 2.5% on the day, and we rallied back near the close. I will point out here on the monthly in the upper left-hand panel, we've sold off so hard in the NASDAQ that we're actually getting very close to that monthly level, 55.79. The real low today was right around here, 56.15, so very close to that monthly low level. Remember, we talked about this earlier in the month, that if we got a steep correction, the levels that we want to look at are not the weekly levels. The real hard corrections, you want to look at the monthly levels. The weekly levels are more of the retracements, the 1 to 2 day pullbacks. But the Qs, you can see here, all the way down, almost tested that monthly low volatility level, which is amazing. Take a look at the Russell. The Russell also had a hell of a sell-off today, and you're going to see the same thing in the Russell as we get really close to these monthly levels. Not quite as close as the NASDAQ, but still 77.27 is a level. We got down to 79.29, so still 20 handles off. These monthly levels are not, as we get near the end of the month here, we just have a couple trading days left. These levels are not as significant, of course, but they are still good levels to look at in terms of volatility. Let's take a look at the Dow, and you're going to see something really similar. Again, really strong sell-off and then a recovery late in the afternoon. The Dow's actually been holding up a little bit better, a little further away here on the Dow at about 118. So just good luck for the rest of the week, guys, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night.